Angie Motshekga must resign, say JSCD members. Angie Motshekga must resign, say JSCD members. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, YNA TV. Please subscribe. Defense Minister Angie Motshekga visiting the DRC in January after initially being postponed. The Joint Standing Committee on Defense held a hearing on the situation unfolding in the Democratic Republic of Congo DRC, questioning Minister of Defense Angie Motshekga and the Chief of the South African National Defense Force SANDF Major General Ruzani Mapyanya. For over 4 hours, members of the committee on Tuesday afternoon questioned the duo, who in turn made several attempts to avoid answering. A report was delivered on the Battle of Goma late last month, but lacked significant details, with several committee members slamming the SANDF leadership for their failures. The Economic Freedom Fighters EFF members of Parliament MP Col Nehos did not hold back and demanded to know when the minister and the chief would resign. Referring to the callous actions of the chiefs who attended a golf day on the 28th of January 2025, just after more than a dozen soldiers died in the DRC, Nehos further called on the chiefs of the Army and the Air Force to resign as well. EFF MP Vigil Gerike further emphasized the accountability for the failures of leadership, saying heads must roll. Questioning the minister during a recent television interview, Democratic Alliance DA MP Nicholas Gotzel raised critical questions regarding the deployment of South African troops to the DRC. Key concerns centered around the Lake of Air. Questioning the minister during a recent television interview, Democratic Alliance DA MP Nicholas Gotzel raised critical questions regarding the deployment of South African troops to the DRC. Key concerns centered around the Lake of Air superiority, the rationale behind the deployment, and the broader implications of South Africa's defense strategy. In the interview, the minister acknowledged the shortcomings in the SANDF equipment, declining funding, and there is no price on peace. Further, she admitted, "We are not where we want to be in respect of equipment." However, the minister and the chief sidestepped the direct questions regarding air support on Tuesday. Despite the known limitations in air superiority, SANDF forces were deployed without an effective strategy, a bridge between South Africa and the operational area in Goma. The absence of an aerial combat response to the M23 rebel advance and the lack of operational Rooivalk attack helicopters further underscored these deficiencies, said Gotzel. Further, Gotzel stated that the deployment appears misaligned with the SANDF's own doctrinal framework as outlined in the 2015 Defense Review. The review emphasizes that deployed forces must be supported through airspace control, reconnaissance, close air support, and inter-theater air mobility. Without these elements, the effectiveness of South African troops in high-intensity operations is significantly compromised. The minister stated that crucial equipment was not deployed because we don't take all our equipment when we are peacekeeping. We are not going to fight. This response demonstrated the minister's complete lack of understanding regarding military doctrine. The recent history of the SANDF's operations and further a repeated failure to understand that the Samidri SAMIDRC mission was authorized with an offensive mandate and is not a peacekeeping operation, experts maintain. Notably, in 2013, ROIFAC helicopters deployed with the United Nations MONUSCO force played a decisive role in pushing back M23 rebels, raising further questions about their absence in this operation. Gotzel further raised whether this was due to a lack of available aircraft or failures in military intelligence. In a statement to Defense Web after the hearing, Gotzel stated that the minister's interview exposed serious concerns regarding the SANDF's operational preparedness, decision-making processes, and the government's strategic rationale for the DRC deployment. The absence of adequate air support contradicts established military doctrine, raising questions about the mission's viability. Additionally, the lack of transparency regarding the extension decision and the government's broad assurances of security left many unanswered questions about South Africa's long-term defense strategy. Whether these concerns will be adequately addressed remains to be seen, said Gotzel. DAMP Chris Hitting said in a statement that the crisis in the DRC has worsened, with reports of South African soldiers being captured, killed, or injured by M23 rebels who now control key airspace and have surrounded the SANDF bases in Goma and Seka. Further, the lack of air support and the logistical infrastructure has made the evacuation efforts increasingly difficult. Despite repeated warnings from defense reports dating back to 2015, the SANDF lacks the capacity for sustained peacekeeping or combat operations. Yet the government has persisted with the deployment, placing troops in an unwinnable situation, stated Whiting. The DA has renewed calls for the immediate withdrawal of South African forces and has demanded the dismissal of Motshekga for a failure to provide clear leadership. The party believes a misleading statement on troops' readiness and attempts to frame the deployment as a peacekeeping mission contradicts the reality on the ground, where forces have been mandated to actively neutralize armed groups. With no viable logistical support and troops trapped in hostile territory, the government must act swiftly to bring them home before more lives are lost. By the end of the hearing, committee members appeared united in their call for the resignation of the minister and for SANDF leadership to be held accountable. Several members indicated their intention to call for a vote in the forthcoming sitting of Parliament for a full inquiry into the events of the Battle of Goma. Someone commented and said she will never, herself and Mokonyane, are going out on coffins. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, Winer TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, Winer TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe. Please don't forget to like and to comment. Thank you very much. Dr. Jones, Winer TV. Mutsonga wa Xiviri from Limpopo. Goodbye till we meet again next time. Subscribe.